Hello and welcome to my new channel, Adventurous Wrench. On this channel it will be all about riding, wrenching, and repeating. My first project on this channel is going to be restoring this old 1995 YJ, and really more of a renovation of the YJ. A friend of mine owned this YJ when I first saw it, and he took me on several adventures in it. He ended up getting an XJ, and he really liked that Jeep, and so this Jeep sat for a long time. And during that time, we put a lift kit on it, but it never actually got finished. So I finally bought the Jeep from him, and I decided to go ahead and do the whole renovation and put this thing together. During the video series you're about to watch, we'll go through everything. Pretty much frame down has been changed except for the axle tubes. This whole series will go step by step on what I did to complete this Jeep renovation. I did not feel like making this Jeep into a full rock crawler. I wanted to keep it looking like a YJ, but make it very functional, at least functional as a trail rig. Enjoy the video. It's a bit of a documentary series. I'm trying to learn something about how to do some of this stuff. I tried my best to show every little detail. I was also learning as I went at times too. Again, thanks for watching and welcome to the channel. 15 by 8, a negative 15 offset. We'll make the rock rings to them. They said they fit right down on the wheels, but they did not actually fit down. In hindsight, I'm glad they built them oversized so that way you can get them to fit really snug. Take a flat disc and take some paint off so we can weld. See how this goes. Now we need to grind down the rock ring, it looks like, a little bit because it doesn't quite fit down inside the rim. It's really close, but not quite. I took it over to the bench grinder and ground it down all the way around and fit. Wow, perfect. That's great. And there she is all prepped. For anyone who doesn't know what a rock ring is, I didn't want to go with a bead lock because bead locks are not legal on the road. They're not DOT approved. Rock rings don't actually hold the tire on the bead at all. What they do is fortify the exterior bead of the rim in case you're running really low PSI. They also keep scrapes and rocks from taking off your valve stem if you're in deep mud. Plus, I just thought they looked neat and I wanted to give them a try. This was one of the longer parts of this build and did take a ton of time. Shout out to my friends Dean and Aaron for letting me use their welders and grinders to do this project. I really appreciate it. Several hours later. Welded, ground, using the FlexCore MIG. Doesn't make it as perfect as I'd like. There's a couple little holes, but welds are good overall, and I think it'll work. 4 more of them to go. Alright, I moved outside to do some more grinding today. This one's all prepped. Almost ready for flap disking. I take quite a bit of metal down the grinder till it's almost flat and flap disc it. Although the flap disc takes off quite a bit, they wear out quick. It's also good to have a straight edge. You can tell if you're flat, causing a dip in the metal. If you grind here, you'll end up with a little shallow depression. I really don't want that. I don't think it hurted any, but it's kind of nice to know it's flat. And now I'm pretty close to perfect. I'm going to take a little bit down, more down on the outside edge so I can get this edge of the bead to not have any marks on it. Getting really close. That's really good. Getting really close. It's a little burnished, but there's no dips in it. Can't see the bead at all. Basically, that's it. Go around the whole rim and get it that way, and we'll get down to painting again. And there it is. Ready for prep and paint. Time to do some painting. Some primer back in here. Little rust reformer primer. I have a feeling these are going to get dirt and mud and everything behind them, and then they'll rust. So I really like to prevent it as best as possible. Repeat 4 more times. Got everything primed the other day, and it's dried, and now I'm going to paint the inside of the rim with some truck bed coating. That way, hopefully dirt and grime and water won't cause it to rust. So I'm going to go through and paint in here. I'd like to leave this steel. The primer kind of turned it blue, so I might actually have to take the primer down and do something else. But truck bed coating inside and try to get it all down in the ring where I had to grind it down to get the weld did here. Stuff's pretty thick. Also, we'll see how she goes. Last step is painting the inside of the bead. All right, we got them all painted after welding, and the clear coat is completely dried. Now the next thing is to polish them up. So I'm just going to take some polishing compound and polishing pad on a DA sander, and we're going to go at it, see what we can get. I've watched some videos, and this Griot's Garage complete compound, one-step compound, it'll actually polish a car really nicely without having to do different compounds. So this is kind of one-stop compound. Not sponsored, but it works well. Take a towel and wipe off the stuff and see how it looks. That's not perfect, but at least it's sealed and it shouldn't rust. Down here, that looks great, nice and shiny. Took off a lot of the overspray, polished it up nicely if there wasn't any left. They look great. Good enough for an off-road vehicle, that's for sure. Just gonna get muddy anyway. down on there. And away we go. Ah, lovely. Machines are so cool. Down on the rim. I'm not great at this. Rather than using wheel weights, I'm going to do a bead balance on these. So these tires are 32 by 1150 by 15s, and they call for 6 ounces. And rather than doing other beads, I'm going to use BBs. See how it works. So there we go. I'll take these and dump them inside the tire. Balance beads work by using centrifugal force and the natural movement of the tire to redistribute the beads and counteract the imbalances in the tire. They are useful on large tires such as 18-wheelers and off-road vehicles, but not so useful on low-pro tires such as most cars. So I'm all done mounting and balancing all the tires, and I think these came out pretty well. I'm going to get some center caps and some black lug nuts, since I haven't put them on yet. So the stock rims were 15 by 7 with plus 25 offset, which is a plus 5 backspace. The new rims are 15 by 8, so 1 inch wider, a negative 19 offset, and that gives you a 3.75 inch backspace. But given they're 1 inch wider, it's actually more significant. So what that does is it gives you 1.25 inches more clearance on the inside of the rim against the hub of the vehicle, and it pushes your tire out on the outside 2.25 inches on each one. So it'll help with clearing my steering against my leaf springs and other steering components which are dragging before with the stock rims. And what this does is also adds a total of 4.5 inches of total track width to the vehicle, which is good and bad. Definitely more stable, but hard to get down tight trails. Overall though, I think these will work really well, and they'll hold up. I tried to get them as rust prevented as I could, and clear coated them and polished them, so pretty happy. And step 1 done. Stay tuned for episode 2, where I'll be doing a transfer case slip yoke eliminator on this YJ in order to decrease my drive shaft angle, since this Jeep is lifted with a 4-inch lift and has a very short drive shaft.